4A Chautauqua County Air Show took place August 21st, 22nd, and 23rd at the Chautauqua County Airport near Jamestown, New York, and there was plenty of things to see and do. We're going to show you a few of them right now. Here at the air show at the Chautauqua County Airport for 2009, we're with Kyle Franklin from the Franklin Air Show, right?
Yeah, Franklin Air Show, Franklin's Flying Circus. We go by many different names.
All right, Kyle, you look like a younger fella. I've talked to a couple of veterans around here, but tell us how old you are and how long you've been flying.
Well, I've been doing, I'm 29. I've been doing air shows professionally since I was 17. My family has actually been doing air shows for over 40 years. My father's air show pilot, my grandfather was pilot, and so I've kind of grown up around this and been doing it a long time.
So it runs in the family. Where did you grow up, actually? And I mean, obviously with it being a family business, I'm sure that it's something that you've always been interested in since you were younger, but I mean, was there ever a point in time when you said, well, you know, I'm glad to see my other family members doing it, but I might want to be a doctor or a veterinarian or something like that?
Well, yeah, I've grown up in this business. I traveled with my dad for many, many years, and yeah, I mean, I was into it, but yet it was one of those things that flying is just in all of our blood. I mean, I learned to fly when I was 8 years old. I actually started wing walking, which my wife will be doing here this weekend, getting on the outside of the airplane. I did my first wing walk when I was 14. So it's kind of one of those things that, yeah, I consider doing other things, but flying it's in my blood, it's what I do, and I don't really know how to do anything else. I've been around it so long. So. I met my wife actually, of course, through my father-in-law, who was an air show pilot. Her side of the family, she's a third-generation pilot as well. She's a pilot, wing walker, and her dad did air shows with my dad. They worked together quite often, and her dad had multiple different acts. And that's how I met her, was at an air show, and we started dating, and then of course eventually got married. And her wing walking was not my idea. So I want to make that clear. This was not my idea to put her up on the wing. This was something she always wanted to try, but I had been wing walking for 8 years. I wing walked for my dad. And so she had seen it done many times, and she decided she wanted to go up and try it, and then that kind of led to, I guess you'd say, an addiction of actually wanting to do it. So I've got 2 stunt people working for me this year, and she's one of them, and she'll be wing walking this weekend. We'll do 3 acts this weekend. Of course, one with her wing walking called Pirated Skies. It's a pirate theme thing, kind of for the kids. It keeps the adults and the kids both entertained. Everybody really likes it. But we'll do the wing walking act, and then I'll fly a solo routine in the Waco biplane. It's a black and silver biplane. And then the airplane behind us here is Super Cub. I'll actually do a comedy routine with it. It's a surprise act. Basically, everything they ever teach you not to do when you're learning to fly is what I'm going to go out and do. So it ought to be a good weekend for everybody. It looks like they're going to have great weather for it, and we're looking forward to it.
All right, Kyle. Well, thanks a lot. Nice talking with you, and enjoy your weekend, all right?
Thank you very much.
Welcome to Chautauqua County.
Thank you.
Here with Roger Bias, who is with Otto the Clown Helicopter Act. And Roger, thanks for talking with us a little bit this afternoon. And we just wanted to learn a little bit about your act. I guess to begin with, let's find out where you're from and how you got started in doing these kind of shows.
Jason, how you doing today?
All right.
Yeah, I'm from Pensacola, Florida, and we started this act about 9 years ago. Actually started before then. We actually had some other people doing it, and we bought the business from them and then took it to the next level. And we put a clown face on the helicopter and fly it around. It's for kids from 2 to 92. And the act's made up in 3 parts. It's for the kids to enjoy the thing, and then we put the aerobatic type touch on it for people who like agility type maneuvers. And we ended with a very good patriotic message to hometown heroes, firemen, and policemen.
All right, now how long have you actually been doing this, and what kind of a reaction do you get after the show when you talk to some of the participants and the people who are the spectators that are here?
Well, I'm in my 9th year right now doing this act, and the people, at first they don't know what to expect because it's a helicopter, and a helicopter just hovers around, what can it do? But once we put the touch on it and we do the routine, people are really, really excited. They come up to the fence, they want autographs, they want to look at the machine, they want to touch it, and it's quite exciting.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about the helicopter now. This is not your typical helicopter. I know I've seen some models of this type of a helicopter before, but what exactly kind of a helicopter is it? I guess how rare or scarce is it, and do you see them quite frequently around the country?
You know, it's really quite neat, this helicopter. These helicopters were actually made back in the 50s. And 1964, the military started using this model of helicopter for their trainers.
Wow.
And so from 64 till 1987, all the U.S. Army helicopter pilots and the Air Force helicopter pilots got their primary flight training in one of these. And so the helicopter's kind of neat. We're doing this show in New York, in Elmira, New York, which is not that far from here. That's where this helicopter's made. They still make them brand new.
All right, obviously there's always a little bit of risk involved, not as much as what people would associate with air shows, but still, I mean, what keeps you doing this year after year for 9 years now?
You know, it's just the excitement. The camaraderie of the people in the air show family and the people that put these shows on. I think they get used to that too, and they want to continue doing it year after year. And I was in the military for 21 years, and the camaraderie I sort of missed when I got out. So I tell people now I can enjoy the camaraderie without the physical training.
Excellent. Hey, Roger, good luck this weekend, and thanks a lot. Nice talking with you.
Thank you.